Okay, hey, mic check here real quick. Yep. We're, hey, just a few housekeeping things here before we get started. If there are people in the back, you might make an announcement. They might can hear me in the back, but we need to get everybody up here. We're going to do our awards here in just a second, so we'll go ahead and get that started. If you are in a table up front, you will have a server at your table, so don't feel as it is a necessity to go to the bar. You will have a server at your table. If you go up top, you've also got that same service up top, so you can sit down low, you can sit up top, and that goes for the same as we sell these pigs tonight. So you're welcome down low, you're welcome up top. You will have full service on both levels. Hey, do we have our numbers, our stats? Well, I mean, so are you going to keep that up there, or are you going to run pictures through? Okay. I need a pen. I need a pen to write that down. Can they hear me out back when I announce this? Hey, Blake and Blake. Hey, one more announcement for all the breeders in here, and I might have you guys go grab the breeders out back very quickly if you can. But the one thing that I said yesterday is that when we award these kids here in a minute, there's all these breeders in this building had a huge part of this last year, and when we recognize these kids with these jackets, if these breeders raise these hogs, I want them to be up here to award these kids with these jackets on the sideline over here. So those of you that are in here, I know you heard that. Those guys out back, if you can tell them to make their way in here, we're about to do that. So if all the breeders from out back can come in here, we're going to preview about 5 or as soon as we get done with this. But I would like for all the breeders out back, if they could, to come in here to help recognize these kids here in just a second. Hey, Jeff, will you go get me a pen? A pen. I don't know. Go find them. Thank you. Shayla is. Well, yeah, you and Mom can, and Grant. Okay, guys, last call. Let's get everybody in the building if we can. We're going to get started here with our awards here in just a second. You ready? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our awards this evening. Again, just a tentative schedule that we've got for tonight. We're gonna do our awards right now, and then we'll try to get through the pigs about 5 o'clock outside, and then we'll sell them here inside at 7 o'clock. So that's our tentative schedule for this evening. I really appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to say it a couple more times tonight. There's a couple of events a year that are probably mean the most to myself, to Jackie, and to our show crew, and this is probably the highlight of the year. To be honest, all of you are here. We get to we get to go over all the stuff that we won in the last year. It's very nerve-wracking for me right now to try to put all these pigs together. And every time, as all of you know, you've had your pigs for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and for the most part, I already think most of them aren't very good. But we look back from last year, and what you guys do and your attention to detail, that's what gets us where we are. And so I'm very thankful for what you do for us, for what you do throughout the year, and it's going to be a fun night. Thank you for being here. So my thank yous, first of all, I want to thank Ethan, Justice, and the County Waste Services guys. When we moved here last year, it was kind of a whim decision, and I know some people have asked me how this came about. We came here one evening to have dinner. The guys here at Potosi Live were just happened to be here, and I said, I've got an idea. What if we had a pig sale in the back? And that took a second. They both kind of stepped back and thought about it, and it ended up working out. And this is probably one of the best decisions we've ever made. One of my favorite, one of the more popular venues, I would say, to sell livestock. And I'm very appreciative that we can be here, and we certainly couldn't do it without the Potosi crew. But what I was getting at with Ethan and County Waste Services, they've got a big concert next weekend. Some kids playing that my kids, I don't know who it is. It doesn't matter. But he's playing next weekend, and they've got to get it cleaned up by Monday afternoon, and Ethan never blinks. Cody and the guys at Wiley will come tear the stuff down, and the guys at County Waste Services will come and get all this stuff cleaned up in the back, ready for a concert next weekend for 3,500 people that'll be here. I absolutely could not do it without them. So please help me thank Ethan and those guys for doing that. Where's Cody at? Cody Smith? Really? Oh, okay. I want Cody and every kid from Wiley FFA. I want every parent. Yep, you got to get up. Every person that is involved with Wiley FFA to come up here right now, if you would. I cannot explain to you how this thing could not function without them. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that last time I just it slipped my mind, which is a bad thing to do. I told Cody what we were going to do, and they've got their show barn facility down there where their local show is at, and he said, hey, I've got 80 to 90 pins that I could bring up there. We've had our sale in April. We had our sale in August. We obviously have this sale here tonight. They have torn down those pins, and they brought them up here every sale. They start on Monday. It takes a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to do it all every time, but it's not just that. They're up here every night, wetting stuff down, doing all this stuff to make this possible. This chapter, and I think every breeder in this building could understand this, but when we first started raising pigs, the Abilene Wiley chapter and Cody have helped us do a lot, not just with this, but just with feeding and just with getting stuff done. And I cannot tell you how much this chapter means to me, how much they've done for us for getting this building ready. I'm not going to tell you what we did because I don't think it's necessary to talk about finances in any setting. But I told these guys that we were going to make a donation to the Wiley FFA program for them to use that resource in any way they could moving forward. And I think what we did and what they can use that for, I'm hoping will be very valuable for them moving forward. I cannot tell you how impossible this event would be to put on without Cody, without the leadership of their ag teachers and their program and what they've done for us. And these kids, I know you weren't here all week. They were up here. They set up pins. They set up the pellets. They wet the pellets down. And even today, they're in there every day doing everything that we need them to do. Guys, please help me thank the Wiley FFA group for doing what they did. Hey, and I want to send out a sincere thank you to our consigners that come here tonight. I don't take this lightly with you coming to our sales. I get it. This is a beating for all of us. All of us are exhausted. We're tired of being on the road, especially you guys that come from the Midwest. Every time you're tired of doing it just every weekend. But for you to make the effort to come down here this weekend to be a part of our sale, I sincerely appreciate it. And the thing that I enjoy the most about tonight is the camaraderie that everyone has here together. It's going to be a great night. And the guys that are in this sale are sincerely my friends. Not really, but a couple of you are my friends. And you're going to see in just a minute that we try our hardest to get you where you want to go. Every kid wants a jacket. It's almost impossible for me to do that every year. My goal every year is for every kid that shows a pig to get up here and get a jacket. I don't have enough sows. I don't have enough to do it on my own, and I cannot do it without these guys that are in this building. So if you see them, and you're going to see them up here awarding jackets here in a minute, tell them thank you. And even if they didn't give one tonight, thank you guys sincerely for coming and making an effort to come to our sale this weekend. I really appreciate it. I'm going to tell you we run these stats every year, and this is probably the thing that I'm the most proud of what our group accomplished in the last 12 months. And we can't win all the time, and we're going to win and lose, and we always do it as a group. But this is pretty staggering to me every year when I read it, and maybe something that's equally as staggering to me is how the stats this year are almost 95% of what they were last year. We didn't change very much. 181 top 10 pigs, 129 sale makers, 43 class winners, 45 banners, 15 champion and reserve divisions, 7 reserve breed champions, 15 breed champions, 5 supreme and reserve breed champion gilts, and 3 grand and reserve overall bears last year at Texas Majors. And one more thing, I don't thank these guys enough. Those of you that go to our layovers know what it takes, how many people it takes to do it. It's myself, it's Cole, it's Blake, it's Cody. It's all those guys that put the time and effort into doing it. We're always split so many different directions on having to do what we do. And those guys have learned, and they've taught me some stuff. And I cannot thank those guys enough for putting the time and the effort that they do into getting you guys as pigs ready and going the places that they do to see them to get us to the point of those stats that I just mentioned. So thank you guys very much for what you do to help us. Some of these kids aren't here tonight, but I'm going to skim through this, fairly quickly, and I'm going to go and we can give a quick round of applause for some of these kids that aren't here. The first one they've got Mia Parks, 5th overall D1 cross last year at Arizona National, raised by us. We've got. I don't know. It's probably why my hair is gray and I have none on the top of my head. But there's 2 Mabrys that we get to talk about now, not just one. But Casey bought a bear from me last year that fed very well, and they fed him throughout the summer, and it took him a little bit to get where he needed to go. But I was very proud for him and those girls because 2 of the very best showmen that there are, without question. 5th overall crossbred bear there at Team Purebred, bred by us, shown by Avery Mabry. Fourth overall York Barra this last year there at the NJSA Winter National, bred by DJ and Amara Sanders. Oh, shown by Allie Connect. Aiden, are you here? Take your time. Fourth overall Duroc Gilt there at Texas Elite last year, bred by us, Addie Stevens. Up to a couple weeks ago, a kid that I thought was a pretty cool kid, um, but still getting a jacket. Third overall, D5 crossbred gilt there at Expo, bred by us, Maya Holderly. You know, Jackie showed me a letter that this next family had written, or I guess Reese specifically, and this is one of the bigger deals to us, without a doubt. Um, when these pigs mean more than just pigs, when there's something that means something to their family, um, this was a gilt that Rhett and I have been trying to breed for 3 or 4 months now, but one of my favorite gilts that we've gotten back in a while. That ended up being the third overall light cross there at Texas Elite last year. She was always special. She was out of a good sow. But most importantly, this family, every time I go there, stuff is dialed in, and they do an incredible job. They have to put up with Pedroza, need extra brownie points for that one without question. Third overall crossbred gilt, light crossbred gilt there last year at Texas Elite, Reese Marshall. Next up is another kid from Ohio, and I probably don't do this enough. I don't know if Monica's in here tonight or if Rhett's in here tonight, but um, I'm very proud of what we've got going on at home. The year that I don't know how many people have heard this story, but the year that Weston won San Antonio was February of 2018. That was the exact day that Rhett started at our place, and it was so cold, wasn't it? It was like Ohio cold that day. And he got there. I'd never even met him before. He started at the farm before I even got home from San Antonio. And he texted me and he said, "How'd it go?" I said, "Weston won." He said, "Cool." Yeah, it's pretty pretty fucking cool. That, so, but he's been down here since 2018, and he's the backbone of everything that we do. He and Monica, I couldn't do it without him. I cannot appreciate him enough, and that leads into my next one. Cade's girlfriend, have no idea why. Do you still know why? Or are we not girlfriend, boyfriend anymore? Oh, we broke up. Okay, very good. Well, how awkward is that? All right. Okay, very good. Next in, Cade's ex-girlfriend. Uh, Reserve Dark Cross in Division 4 in the G. I don't know. Anyway, that pig was good. He was reserve in Division 4. He was reserve fourth overall in the open show. Cade's ex-girlfriend, Paige Crupp. What the fuck? Why did I not know about Rhett? Seriously. Congratulations, Cade. Yeah. All right. Last year we had a very neat pair of pigs there at San Antonio. I can't even remember. I think this is the one that was reserved behind Mackey's, but a very neat pig. Reagan Weatherby, reserve champion D1 Dark Cross at San Antonio, raised by Sloan. Troy, let's go. Let's go. Reserve champion lightweight cross at Rodeo Austin, raised by Brenning, Tatum Beck Price. You may say that. Is Jimmy in here? Kilmer? Is Kilmer in here? Hey, if Kilmer's out back, will you tell him to come in here? Okay, we good? All right. Another awesome family. The next one, the reserve champion middleweight cross, Wave 1 last year in Houston, raised by Kilmer, shown by Tessa Camacho. Reserve champion Division I cross at Fort Worth, raised by us, shown by Tucker Stork. Is Tucker here? Macon? One of the neatest kids and one of my favorite families that we get to work with, not in Texas, but just get to talk to from time to time. I was so happy that they got this gilt last year, and she certainly did get close there at LSU. The champion heavyweight crossbred gilt there at LSU last year, raised by us, Will Rutledge. Without question, one of my favorite pigs that we had out all year last year. I wish he was bigger, but he wasn't. But that's just where we showed him. The champion Division I dark cross at San Antonio, raised by Mares, Cash Mackey. I don't think so. We were coming back from J-Cell earlier, and Sloan and Boble and I were driving over here, and I told him this story. And this was pretty tough last year. Some of these kids graduate, and it stings me pretty good, and I would tell you that this one probably stung as much as one has in a while. About 2 weeks before San Antonio last year, Whitney called me, and we had a pig that was going to be one of our best ones in the entire group to go to San Antonio. He died. 2 days later, the next one died. And so I went over there, we regrouped, we clipped pigs, we got a plan. Just never fails. When the kids are good and they work hard, this is the shit that happens. And that picture and the pictures that you've seen on the image of her looking up and that look in her face is as good as it gets. I'm going to miss her so much. One of my favorite families I've ever worked with. Champion Division I crossbred last year at San Antonio, raised by Hunter Mares, Lizzie Babb. Heather and David, are you here somewhere? No. The Duroc show for us at San Antonio went relatively well last year, I would say. And it started off with this one. This was a very neat pig and a very fun one to get ready. And again, a great family from the Abilene Wiley crew. The champion lightweight division Duroc at San Antonio last year, raised by Skylar Nicholson. Berger's another great friend of ours, and came to our sales and bought pigs for this kid. And again, I can't tell you, this sounds very redundant going down here, telling you how much all these kids mean to us, but this was very special. Watching this pig get to show and seeing how well that he did for this girl her senior year. The champion D3 Dark Cross at San Antonio last year, bred by us, Kenan Mingus. Byers, where's Todd at? Is Byers in here? Okay, Todd. Ready? Todd texted me last year and he said, "Hey, we got a problem." I said, "What problem do we have?" He said, "I'm just telling you, we got a problem." I said, "Well, I'm not there, so just figure it out." He was taking the gilts to the San Antonio Gilt Show. Didn't matter. Reserve champion Landrace Gilt at San Antonio last year, bred by McGrew, Parks Tucker. Reserve champion Duroc Gilt at Texas Elite, bred by us, Sam Hansen. Sophie here. Sophie here. One of the hardest working families that we've got, and year in and year out, there's always pigs in the mix, and um, I guess as advisors or whatever you call us, we try our best to always put the right pigs on the right kids, and sometimes we fail more often than we succeed in that department. Um, Sophie graduated last year. Amazing kid, incredible kid. We took a pig for her to San Antonio that ended up, I don't know, third or something. It doesn't matter. And Lexi ended up being reserve Hampshire there. It seemed like to me that every time Lexi would win, Sophie would win. It would be back and forth every time. But the cool thing about that, and what I hope for my kids, is that those girls were always very happy for each other. They loved each other and they were rooted for each other every time. So this is not just Lexi's. This is Lexi's and Sophie's. I'm proud of them both. It kills me that Sophie graduated, but the reserve champion ham at San Antonio last year, bred by Mock, Lexi Nelson. Bubba, we were reserving a lot of breeds. Thanks a lot. I keep reading this shit. Thanks, Casey, on this next one. One of the more unique pigs that we took there last year, and we've dove into the Burke game a little bit and have really enjoyed it. And this pig was very fun to get ready. Again, one of the heartbeats of our program, without question. The reserve champion Burke at San Antonio last year, raised by us, Bellamy Sasson. The reserve champion White OPB at Fort Worth last year that was more land race than his land race at the San Antonio Stock Show the year before, raised by 650, Landry Mabry. Okay, Brandon. The reserve champion Duroc at the State Fair of Texas last year, raised by Ogle, showed by Grant Lackey. Yeah. I'm going to run these two together, and, this the neat thing about pigs is that it's not all about pigs. It's not all about what we accomplish at the end of the day. Sometimes pigs bring us closer together, and no one probably cares about this in this building other than myself and my sister. But these stupid pigs have brought us closer together over the last few years, and it's been a lot of fun. They just, and we'll give those jackets next year, but just the other day they had Reserve Cross champion York and champion Duroc at their state fair, and I was so excited for them, and those boys do an awesome job. My sister really tries, really puts all the effort into it to get them right, and their family's awesome, and I couldn't be more appreciative of her, those boys, Lila, and my brother-in-law Ryan. Just an incredible family. And I'm just very thankful that we get to do this together. From last year, the champion York there at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, bred by M.T. Hart. And then the champion Duroc and fourth overall there at the same state fair, bred by their Rotoball genetic team. Hey, Murdoch, are you in here? The champion Dark OPB at Rodeo Austin last year. want to say this very quickly. 22 is probably the most amazing year that our crew has ever had. I think Cole won damn near every show, and Grant won San Antonio that year. And never did I dream, or maybe I did at that point, that he would grow into what he's become. He's not just helpful to me, but he's taken his own lead, and he helps families and has done a phenomenal job with doing that. And I'm incredibly proud of him for what he's done. I can't thank him enough for our friendship and everything else that he's done for us. So, Cole, I don't know where I can't see, but very good job. Champion Dark OPB at Rodeo Austin last year, bred by Jennings, Katie Willenberg. Brady. Oh, there he is. Yep. I'm assuming this person is not here. Okay, I'm just saying. Reserve Grand Champion at South Carolina State Fair last year, bred by us, Langley Vernon. Champion Light OPB, San Angelo, 4-5 Livestock, Rhett Strasner. The champion Berkshire, State Fair of Texas, bred by Boyson, Kennedy Bosworth. Together or separate? Assume separate. Next in, it was pretty fun last year in the Duroc show at San Antonio, and this one was always pretty good. And I would tell you, one of the hardest working families that we've got. I give him as much crap as anyone, but one of my favorite people that we get to talk to and on a daily basis. Champion middleweight Duroc at San Antonio, bred by Moyer, Easton Pedroza. Ben. You want me to? Next in is his sister, champion Berkshire Gilt at Texas Elite, reserve champion Berkshire Gilt at San Antonio, bred by JDF, Maddie Pedroza. Jarrett. Oh, here we go. Get to talk about Houston for a second. The champion Chester at Houston last year, bred by Yanis, Carson Clift. Is Yanis in here? Yeah, there he is. We'll have to do a picture with two different breeders up here, but the reserve champion Duroc at Houston last year, bred by Bedecker, and the champion lightweight cross at Fort Worth, bred by Danner, Cameron Clift. Hello, dog. Where you at? Boble, I'll give you a compliment. So those of us that sat there and watched San Antonio last year, my buddy's got 3 girls. I don't know if I've ever told him this before. He's got 3 girls. And we've all been there, and we've all seen 9-year-old kids show. And Chloe had a very good pig, and he was stupid, and I mean stupid. He jumped out of the scales at layover. He ran to the other end of the barn in San Antonio, and it was a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire. Right, Cliff? Is that what you told Chance? It was a dumpster fire. It took us a second. It took Chloe a second. She got through. But what really makes this is a guy understanding that it takes a second. And that's what he gave us, was just a second. That's all it took. She got it out of her system. The pig got it out of his system. We took 6 or 7 steps, and here we go. And he told me a couple weeks later, he's like, once we got going, there he was. And I will tell you, she never quit. Not one time. I was so proud of her. I shouldn't say, anyway, the judge was my friend. Who gives a shit? Like, we didn't win, so no one cares. But he's my buddy, and he got it. And it took her a second, but once she got it, she never quit. And then she smoked their ass, and we won the Durocs, right? Champion Duroc at San Antonio, bred by Danner, Chloe Myers. I'm gonna jump into this next one saying that I had absolutely nothing to do with anything that I'm about to read. But when Cole lives where he lives, and we've known the Lowry family for a few years, and they like to show gilts, and I can't give to the gilt shows. It's almost impossible for me to get there. Jennings lately has been almost unbeatable in the spot breed. I think that's fairly obvious. Maybe one of the most dominant pigs that's shown in a while, to be honest with you. Supreme Champion and Champion Reserve spot at San Angelo, shown by Lindsay. Supreme Champion and Champion in Reserve spot at Houston, shown by Lindsay. Supreme Champion Gilt at Fort Worth, shown by Grady. Reserve Champion Supreme Gilt at Fort... I think these are all different pigs, too. Shit. Reserve Supreme Champion Gilt at Fort Worth, shown by Lindsay. Supreme Champion Gilt at San Antonio, shown by Grady. Reserve Champion Spot at San Antonio, shown by Lindsay, all bred by Jennings. Lowry family, congratulations. Reserve Grand Champion at the State Fair of Texas, the Reserve Supreme Champion Gilt at Texas Elite. The State Fair one was raised by Farnham, Weston Lackey. Once again, I can't say how proud I am of Cole and what he's done and the stuff he's put together. I'll never forget the Austin pig. I priced him at the house, and he tried to get a little less out of him, and I wasn't budging. And I think anyway we both won. So what a year! What an incredible year! Reserve Champion D3 Cross at San Antonio, bred by Moyer. The Breed Champion Cross in Wave 2 at Houston, bred by A.J. Lewis. And the Grand Champion at Austin, bred by us, Hudson Hickel. Hey, it's 4:57. We're fixing to go preview these. I want to tell you this one more time. Okay. Oh, forgot about that. Hey, for those of you that have not been to our training day event, one of the most special awards to these kids, without a doubt, every year, is the Cole Gordon Award. For those of you that don't know, I'm not good with timelines and dates, but it's been a few years ago. Cole was a kid that showed with us, was driving back home at this exact sale, however many years ago, and passed away that evening. He was a big part of our program, and I say this every year: the most selfless human being that I've ever met. So we've donated an award to him every year. This is a kid's vote. They vote every year on the kid that they think is the most selfless, the kid that they think puts the most work in, and the kid that they think helps everyone in the group regardless of what's going on. And I've already told her once how much I loved her tonight. She's at K-State now, going to do big things in the future. I'm very proud of her. She brought the award here tonight, but we want to recognize her one more time. The winner of the Cole Gordon Award last year, Sophie Nelson. Hey, one more thing. Troy, hey, where's Sloan at? Sloan. He's getting his pigs ready, probably. Pedroza, you ready? No, seriously, you're fixing to start this. It's Cole's birthday. Are you ready? There you go. Okay, let's go look at some pigs. Ready? Let's go.